What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to continue on our 67 build. Most of you guys have followed along with us on the videos and pretty much know where we're at right now. Done a little bit of things in between the last video and this. And then for those of you that are new here that may not know, this is a 67 Corvette coupe. It's actually a real 427, 435 horse car that we are building into a L88 clone to run in the fast racing series. We've been working on this thing for about 3 weeks, and this is pretty much where we're at. We're trying to leave in 4 days, and this is exactly how the car looks right now. So the motor is in, all the accessories are on, radiator's in, everything's plumbed, radiator-wise, fuel line-wise. Got a lot of small things to do to this thing, but this is pretty much the main thing. I mean, the car would run with a few wires. We have the front end of parts because I have to do some welding on these control arms to be able to fit my AFCO shocks. We're gonna run AFCO shocks that my buddy Derek at DG Performance revalved for us. So they're not out of the box AFCOs, obviously. If you guys saw the video of the black L88, out of the box AFCOs are wheelie machines. They have like no rebound in them, so there's no control over the front end. So we revalved those. Back to the car, I have to do the exhaust. Interior wise, we're pretty much getting ready to button everything up. We've got wiring for the engine done. As you can see, we've got wiring here. It's all coming out right here, hidden behind the wiper motor. That's all wired into our Holley EFI that we're running. And then the chassis wiring harness is still wrapped up over there on our messy table. Next thing I show you, I am not proud of at all. This is actually pretty bad. I do think a lot of people like the honesty about our channel and how we tell our mistakes and show our mistakes. Guys, this thing fell off the lift. We've patched the hole. It almost took a tumble from about 8 foot in the air. It was on that lift, completely up at the top. And somehow, I don't know how, but it kicked the short arm out. These arms and these pads are metal, so there's no grip on them, and this lift is weird. It never goes up straight. It always goes up crooked. Never really had anything almost fall off. Thankfully, when we put this front end on, we bought the good front end, the nice fiberglass, not the cheap junk. And the lift arm actually was stuck in the body right under the gill. It didn't even get into the gill. That held the car for what felt like an hour as it was slowly lowering down to the ground. Yeah, definitely could have been bad. I was getting ready to walk under the car. Literally, all I remember is the tire coming at my face. Like, it's crazy. It's hard to explain. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Thankfully, we got the car down without completely falling. I was actually just gonna erase it with the hole in the fender, and my grandpa came and fixed it. He asked what time I was gonna be here because I didn't want him to fix it because we had other stuff to do. And he asked me what time I was gonna be here the next day, and he showed up about 2 hours earlier and fixed it. But that's pretty much the update on where we're at. It is Saturday night. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably 1, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of here, come back in the morning on Sunday, get a bunch of this stuff wrapped up. I'm hoping to get exhaust done tomorrow. Possibly fuel lines done tomorrow. Hopefully we get the wiring in, and I'm hoping to hear this thing run either tomorrow or, well, it's not gonna run. I gotta go to the parts store on Monday, get one more tranny line. Once we make some progress tomorrow, I'll pick up the camera and we'll video a little more and show you guys our updates. We'll start at the back. Everything's wired in the back. The battery mount is mounted under the taillight over here, pretty much right where that kill switch is. Charging posts are in. We put them in the plate. It's gonna be behind the parachute because we do charge the battery in between rounds. Rear brakes are on, shocks are on. Rear suspension is totally done, except for I still need to put 1 half shaft bolt in it. I gotta go to the parts store and get a bolt. Back glass is in. We actually set the glass in today, and actually it looks really good with the cage and everything in there. Plan on putting a sticker right here to kind of hide the cage a little bit more. I just finished the exhaust. It's not totally done. It's got to come back off so I can weld those 2 bungs on it. I actually custom made the exhaust. None of it is factory. Kind of brings me to a point that I want to talk about real quick. You guys remember the green 67 that we pulled the side pipes off of when we picked up horsepower? Now people are confused because we're putting side pipes on and we're claiming we're picking up power again, and they don't understand really how we can pull the side pipes off, pick up power, and then put them on and pick up power. The factory side pipes are very restrictive. They restrict down to like a 2-inch inside the mufflers. They restrict down to a 2-inch inside the mufflers. And then they are like a chambered design, and the chambered design is not good for flow at all. These I actually custom made myself, and as I was making them today, I was thinking I can probably pick up even more power, because right now it goes 2.5 inch into a muffler, into a small piece of 2.5, into another muffler, and then out. This thing's got 4 mufflers on it actually. That way we could keep the sound down to factory specs. They're supposed to kind of sound like a factory car. These side pipe cars were loud from the factory, so they actually, to me, I think they mimic it pretty well. Front brakes are on. Huge thanks to Doug Cook. He actually shipped us those overnight. They actually pushed those things through production fairly quickly to get them to us so that we can make the race in a couple days.
2,000 years later.
All right, quick update. It's ready to fire. Tranny is full. Engine is full of water. Inside, we've got all the wiring done. No interior just yet. Gauges are on. All the wiring is in. It looks nasty just because this is a cable to plug into the ECU. But other than that, everything looks good. Wiring up the vacuum pump right now. We're actually running the vacuum hose. And I'm going to go drive this thing down the road, make sure it runs, stops, and shifts. Then we're gonna put it on the dyno, see if it makes power, because if it doesn't make horsepower, then there's probably no reason in continuing thrashing and trying to get it fixed if we got an issue. And then sometime tonight, she's getting paint on the fenders. She is as fat as can be. Like 10.099. It's still mid 650.
What'd you say?
That loosened the converter way up. And it felt weird, so I lifted.
It seems like the converter was letting the motor freewheel.
Well, yeah, because it made 44 more horsepower that time.
I think it sucked that hood close.
What?
I think it sucked that hood closed, and when you got out of it, the hood popped up.
It's like the hood closed.
There's only 2 corners on the front windshield. We have 2 corners here.
Well, we're getting there on the converter because it's not falling on its face now.
I just think it's too loose. What it flashed
Too
to.
loose. It flashes $6,000 or yeah, 6,000. It's too loose. All right, guys, we are loaded up and taking the thing to the body shop to get the fender fixed. Dyno test went good, but not good enough. We're gonna be swapping converters out in the morning because we know what the old tried and true converter will do. This one's not there yet. We're still working with Pete at Circle D. We're making progress though. Previous converters did not perform like this one did. Once we get this converter figured out, I think we're gonna learn something. But right now, this thing is on a trailer, heading to the body shop to get this fixed. My grandpa and I are actually gonna knock it out tonight. We're gonna probably tape it off right here, blend in down there, and fix her nasty. Interior's not in it yet. Got slicks on it right now, which I can't run with slicks because this side is literally on the quarter panel. You can't see it, but it is, I can't fit my finger in there. So I'm gonna have to drive slow. It's just literally right down the road. It is now Thursday night. It's probably midnight. What time is it?
12:10.
Ooh, it's 12:10. So it is Friday morning, I guess you can say. We're supposed to be at the track today to test, tomorrow for the start of the event, and then Saturday. Today got canceled, thankfully. Tomorrow got canceled again, thankfully, due to rain. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And then Saturday is supposed to be perfect. So 1-day event on Saturday. I'll probably edit this video whenever I get home, post it up tomorrow. Hopefully you guys get it in time to not make it to the track on Friday and see it raining. So I'm going to head over to my grandpa's. We're gonna get this thing fixed up and then hopefully have no more ugly right there. And get this thing back here in the morning, hopefully, and swap the converters out, put the rest of the car together, load her up and head to the racetrack. So that's gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.